Okay, so tell me why you're here.
I've been working out for a long time, and I'm just looking to kind of break that plateau and try something different.
Well, tell me about the plateau.
I've been stuck. I'm pretty strong where I'm at right now, and I was able to get really far, but, I've just stayed at the same weight before. I haven't been able to drop any clothes size or anything like that. Nothing's changing.
When you say like nothing's changing, what would you like it to be? Where is it somewhere where you've been in the past?
No, it's somewhere new that I've never been to.
Never. Look at you. Can I tell you right now? I'm gonna give you another pound because I like it when people are aiming for things that they haven't reached yet. A lot of people go for like their golden years, right? Like, oh, when I was in this shape, it was great. So tell me about what this is. What does this look like or feel like?
So it would be, being way stronger than I was before, and being able to perform at a higher level where, doing 80 push-ups in a minute versus doing 40 push-ups in a minute. So just
give her a mic. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I am quiet. Okay. Now I feel
You guys can hear me okay, right? Okay.
Now I feel good. Okay. I feel like I should lead a class right now.
You are. She's leading. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, I'd love to be able to perform more push-ups at a given time, and perform a pull-up that I've never been able to do, and just do these things that I know my body's capable of, but I have never been able to do.
Okay, awesome. So why are you here? There's like 1,000 gyms to go to. We're not even the cheapest. Why here? Why not like LA Fitness or something?
I see the transformations that you're making, and they're always posted online, so I always see those, and I've heard other people talk about it, and I see the transformations that they make and the consistency that happens. People are here all the time. So
when you say the transformations, was there one that resonated with you? You were like, man, that one was awesome.
No.
No, so it's just a bold combination
just
of all.
Just a combination of seeing all of the transformations, and if they can do that in 10 weeks, then I don't see why me, who's already been doing everything up to this point, can't do that too.
So our goal is to get you there. So it sounds like you're wanting what we already know we offer, right? Because you're looking at transformations we've done, which is really great. The problem I see, and this isn't something I'm saying you would do, but the problem I see is sometimes people achieve that and then they just kind of go back. How do you feel your personality works with that? Like once we get there, is this something that you feel you'd like to continue, or is this kind of like a bullet, like a, what do you call that thing? Bucket list item. You just want to get there and then it's okay if we go back.
No, there's probably going to be a new goal after that.
What would that be?
I don't know yet. I have to hit the first thing.
Well, let's get there real quick. So let's pretend we're there. I want to know what the next thing is. So what do you think it would be?
Next thing would be finding competitions and things like that to partake in, I suppose.
Why that?
It should be fun. It's another challenge. So
awesome.
And I'm incredibly competitive. So.
Uh-oh. I'm competitive too. Are we going to compete to see who's more competitive? Because I think I might win.
Oh, no. I think you might win right now, but
this might go. You got an hour? I know you said 30, but we might be here a while. Okay, so that's really good. But why now? Why today? Why not 6 months ago when New Year resolution was like a big thing, or why not summer when the kids get out of school? Why now?
Because I thought I could do it on my own, and I tried other things. And
what'd you try?
Personal training and just finding different meal plans online and things like that. So trying all the different things that I could research and try, and this is the next one that I'm going to try because I haven't been able to get there yet on my own. So
why do you think those failed?
That's a great question. You stumped me.
Well, I just want to make sure we don't do it here, right? So
yeah,
why
I
do you
think
think
it would be the someone holding me accountable at every step of the way, more than just myself holding myself accountable, because for the most part, 9 out of 10 times I can do it, but every once in a while there's going to be that fall off.
Okay, and you think, based on what you've seen, you think Farrell's is definitely something that would help you there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Can I give you another pound? You are like the nicest person. You're just making my place sound awesome, even more than I thought. Well, it's here's the thing. The truth is, my business is my baby. I work so hard on it, and it's kind of like when somebody says something nice about your baby, you like that person automatically. They're your friend, right? Okay, so we have now here we're going to cut. This is where now you go into different options. But before we get into that, do you guys see what I did leading up to this point? What are some things that you guys noticed I did? Raise your hand. Anybody can.
You kept on bringing on her to sell the program for you. Why are you here? What are you doing? What's failed in the past? And she was doing all the selling, and you were just
You complimented her, and you worked to make her feel comfortable. She was stumped, and you recognized and let her know that you knew that was difficult. And again, you complimented her with attributes that she exuded to you.
And if you paid attention, I complimented her on liking my gym. And what that tells you is that in order for her to keep getting those compliments, what is she also going to keep doing? Saying good things about my gym. And what is she doing to her own brain by doing that? Pretty cool, right? So when somebody says something nice about your place, you spend a little bit of time on that. Because when you appreciate that, they'll say that more, and you want them to keep saying that. And when they go home, they're going to say it. When they see their friends, they're going to say it. Train them on what they like about your gym by letting them do all the work.
So you did a really good job asking, tell me why you're here, which opened that up to that question, and then you elaborated on that. Then you kept coming around with other questions that were referred to. So you controlled the whole conversation with your questions without her leading off into the rabbit holes.
And although it probably felt like I did most of the talking, who really did? What statements did I say? And then what did I asked a question. Do you remember what I asked? What did I ask after that? Do you have more time?
Yeah.
I can answer. So ask me any question that a customer would typically ask, or a potential customer.
How much is it?
Okay, so we're further down the pipeline, so they don't usually ask that early on, right? So that usually.
We get it.
Oh, you get it early. Oh, let's tackle that bad boy. Okay, so. Okay, so let's really quick. Jill, how long have you been with the franchise?
About 5 years now.
So that's long enough to represent her knowing what you guys deal with too, right? Okay. So let's, oh, go ahead.
I just want to say that the reason that comes up more quickly is we haven't had a lot of sales training, and when you don't ask questions like you did, then that comes up because there's too much dead time.
And
You
yep.
don't know what else to ask.
That's exactly what we were going to start with. So when I'm sitting down with Jill, if I don't do what I did, she controls the conversation. Now, Jill cares about one thing. Now, she obviously cares about other things too, but what's the main decision maker to her in her mind? Huh?
Results.
Well, results are a requirement to pay, and price is a thing that matters to her, right? At the end of the day, I can say I get your results, but you're gonna have to give me 10 grand right now. Okay, well, yeah, that's. So at the end of the day, that is a big part of it. But if I let her control the conversation, I'm done. I'm toast, and I'm gonna get a question that I hate, because when you ask that question, if you notice, you kind of stumped me when you asked that. I don't normally get that question so early. In fact, that's not common. And my clients, no, same thing. I mean, as long as you're executing, right? But you don't get that early. She's not, when we were doing our role play, were you even thinking about price? I stumped you, so what were you thinking about?
What I was going to say.
You were really
To
thinking.
answer it, yeah.
And also, you can tell when somebody's telling you the truth and making it up. And that tells you how good or bad you're asking your own questions. So for example, I want you to look this way, okay? I want to fall off the stage. Okay, so who is your favorite, or what was your teacher's name in 3rd grade?
Mrs. Ridgel?
Where did her eyes go? Did anybody notice? Left. That's all I need to do. Ask one question that she'd have to retrieve memory from. Now I know that's truth. Now if I were to ask her, now here it's different because she knows the game. She can control it, but if she had no control, which she will, if I were to say, what do you think would be a good matching scarf with a purple jacket and yellow shoes?
Green.
Okay, so she will never look left to get that answer. There's a creative, and then there's your actual memory is on the other side. So when you're and this is good for interviewing people as well, because people are really good at interviews, and they're really good at telling you what they're really great at and what they're not really great at, and they always make the weaknesses look like strengths. And so you want to make sure you pay attention to the eyes, because in a sales pitch, when the person's looking to the left, now keep in mind, not everybody will go to that side, even though you have to ask a certain question that gets them going there. And it could be something as simple as that, like, what was your favorite sport in high school? Why? What was your coach? Little things like that, and they'll look, whatever, just get there. Find questions that will relate to you. But when you do that, now you know that's where truth is. Now, when you see them looking to the right, you know that they are now starting to create answers. So, an employee, I'll give you an example. Hey, so tell me about a time that you messed up at work in another place and you felt really bad about it. And now he goes this way, he's making this shit up. Whatever he's telling you, he's making this up right now. That never happened, but it's going to sound real. If he looks to the left, okay, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. He's really pulling this from back when it really happened. Now, it's not gospel, because sometimes we will look the other way to create a better version of the truth. So keep in mind, it's not something you can totally use, but when you're selling somebody, if you're noticing they're looking to the memory side, you know you're on the right track. If they're looking to the right, they just want to get the hell out of there. So you're spending too much time on yourself. That's usually the case, because most people are very interested in what? That's the number one topic everyone cares about. You'll never lose them if you talk about them. As soon as you start talking about you, watch the eyes. You might lose them quickly too, okay? So as far as the pricing goes, you guys ever get on a phone call? Phone rings. Thanks for calling, Loud Rumor. Yeah, how much do you guys charge for? Okay. You want to never get that again, or at least minimalize it to like 10%? Okay, you ready? You're calling me. Okay? First we're going to do normal. Can you tell me how you answer the phone?
Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Blaine. This is you. How may I help you?
Farrell's Extreme Body and Shaping. This is Mike speaking. How can I help you?
Yep.
Okay, phone rings. Make the ring. Is it 1965? Let me roll my window down. Get some air. Yeah, hold on. Hello? So, okay, we'll go with bring bring. So, thank you for calling Farrell's Extreme Shaping. This is Mike speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, I was calling to get some pricing information on your program.
Okay. Now, she said a statement, but it was in the form of the tonality, right? Program? Right? So you can say a statement, but some people will also ask it as a proper question, right? Yeah, how much you guys charge for? So we're going to do this again. I want you to just call, okay?
Can I use the same phone?
I want you to use something different.
A different phone?
Yeah, I want to see what happens here. It's going to be like a Katy Perry song or something.
Because you know you got bad blood.
Is it bad I may not answer for until the fourth ring? Okay. Thanks for calling Farrell's Extreme Shaping. This is Mike speaking. May I ask your name, please?
Hi, this is Jillian.
Hey, Jillian. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm doing great. Thanks for calling. Jill, are you a customer with us or a member with us?
No, I'm just calling to get some information on the program.
You got it. Now, how did you hear about us?
I have a friend that does it, and they do awesome with you.
Oh, really cool. What's your friend's name?
Justin.
I love Justin King, that guy?
Yeah, that dude.
I love Justin. He's awesome. How do you guys know each other?
We've been going to school together since elementary grade school. So,
Really? That's cool. So what did he tell you?
he just said that he loves the workouts. They're super intense, and he's been seeing really, really great results with it, and just loves the people that he's with.
That's great. Okay, awesome. Also, do you mind if I just grab your number real quick in case we disconnected? I could just call you right back. Sometimes our phones act up a little bit.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay, what is it?
It's 123
Mm-hmm.
3333.
Okay. And you say your name was Jill?
Yeah, that's correct.
Believe it or not, I know like 18 Jills. What's your last name, Jill?
Faber, Faber.
You got it. You live around here?
Yes.
Okay. She has pricing yet? Who's controlling this call? I'm controlling the call. I'm leading the call.
Can you do your answer one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for calling Farrell's Extreme Shaping. This is Mike speaking. May I ask your name, please?
My name's Jillian.
Hey, Sherian, how are you?
It's Jillian.
I thought you said Sherian. I thought you were like making something up. Like you're like, this is my chance to be Sherian. I've always wanted to be Sherian. I just feel like she's more sophisticated and elegant. Okay, so
My parents named me Sherian.
so what you do is you answer the same way, but instead of saying, how can I help you, the worst question, you say, may I ask your name, please, the best question. Now, the way you're answering the phone is not wrong, just like the way most people work out is not wrong. It's just not the best, most efficient way to get the result you want. Okay? So no one's like, dude, that was the worst way to answer the phone. I can't sign up for your gym now. They don't even think you did it the wrong way. In fact, they're even trained like you are that that's the way you answer a phone because that's how everybody answers the phone. But what you want to do is lead the call. Now, as soon as you say, how can I help you? First off, just so you know, she's got a plan calling. Her plan is to ask that question. I just want to see how much they charge. So as soon as you say whatever you say, now you can answer the phone in many different ways. Thanks for calling Loud Rumor. This is Mike. Thank you for calling Loud Rumor. Mike speaking. Thanks for calling Loud Rumor. Mike speaking. How can I help you? Right? All different popular ways to answer the phone. You're expecting something like that as a caller. And so when you're expecting that, you just go into your question. But I hit you with something you weren't expecting. I threw your whole game off. Your plan is shot, and now I'm running the show. And I'm asking you questions about me. So it's still interesting to you. In fact, it's probably more interesting than before. We're probably going to actually have a better conversation than we would have before. Because here's the thing that sucks about the way we answer, as most businesses, is that when you ask me that question, I hate it. Do you guys hate getting that question right off the bat? And naturally, what we want to do is we want to build value first so that that question, the answer to that question, seems more reasonable. And the only way to get there is by me asking you questions, right? So this is common. Thanks for calling Farrell's Extreme Shaping. This is Mike speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to know how much the program costs.
Oh, awesome. Have you been here before? Right? You'll do something like that, right? Or how'd you hear about us? Or well, what are you looking to get? Or something similar, right? You ask another question to not answer that question, but find a way to start building value. Now, here's the thing you don't know. There's a lot of things that the subconscious mind can't stand, pet peeves that everyone has in common. One of them being answering my question with a question without me getting the answer to my question. Do you guys like it when people do that? Ask me what time I'm going to be home tonight.
What time are you going to be home tonight?
What time are you going to be home tonight? Ugh. Ask me a question. Ask you the same question.
What time are you going to be home tonight?
Why? Ah! Do you hate it? But you're all doing it. We're all doing it to build value. Does that make sense? We're literally making you not like us to build value in us. So what you want to do is, if you need to answer a question, answer it, but in a form of a question. Now, keep in mind, the question of pricing generally will not happen on a phone call if you do it the way I'm telling you to do it. Because you're building so much value. Now we have does it sound like now we have a little bit of a relationship already? Now, I can get into this part, we were where we were, and I could say, hey, Joe, I don't know if you have the time or not, but would you like to drop in and kind of pay us a visit? I'd love to invite you in.
Yeah, I'd love to come see what you do over there.
I'm going to be around 5 o'clock. Can you come in around then?
I think like 5:30 would probably work a little better.
Challenging me already. I'm just kidding. Yeah, 5:30 is cool. Okay, so 5:30 tonight?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, I'll be the guy with the really thick eyebrows that is probably shorter than you expected. Is that cool?
I'll be looking for you, yeah.
Okay. Now, there's a strategy to that too. There's a phrase in sales that I like, one of my mentors taught me, which is, I'm not okay, so you're okay. And if you show vulnerability, you feel more confident around me. There's always an alpha, regardless, right? So and you know who the alpha is. When you go and meet someone and you shake their hands, one of you is the alpha. If you were nervous, he's the alpha. If you weren't nervous, you're the alpha. And I know that sounds weird, and some of you may not agree with that, but it's really damn true.